Mingalaba, welcome to Myanmar Today. I'm Henry Zin, and we've got the latest news and reports. The first report on the current situation of digitalization for teaching aid in basic schools. Hluttaw discussed National Library Law, Correction and Omission. A story coverage on Myanmar Ethnic Culture Festival 2020. And the last report on Yangon ICT Fair 2020. We'll definitely get to the reports in a while, but before that, let's take a look at some local news. A Myanmar delegation led by Vice President DJ Henry Zin, accompanied by Union Minister for Religious Affairs and Culture, Hluttaw, and officials to attend the Peace, Security and Human Development World Summit 2020, left for the Republic of Korea on Sunday. The Vice President received General Secretary Dr. Young Ho-Yun of the Peace, Security and Human Development World Summit 2020 at the Kintex Center and frankly discussed the upcoming Third Asia-Pacific Summit to be jointly held by Myanmar government and the Universal Peace Federation. The Central Committee on Prevention, Control and Treatment of 2019 Novel Coronavirus held its first meeting Monday in Naypyidaw. Chairman of the committee, Union Minister for International Cooperation U Din, briefed on preventive measures taken by the Central Committee, including suspension of visas on arrival to visitors from China since January 1st, after the outbreak was declared a global emergency by the World Health Organization. On Sunday, 59 out of 63 Myanmar students were brought back to Mandalay from Wuhan, where the coronavirus outbreak started. Union Minister for Health and Sports Dr. Myanmar briefed on the condition of the coronavirus outbreak in China and preventive measures in Myanmar, calling on ministries concerned to cooperate in systematic and synchronized coordination in preventing the infection of the disease. Central Committee Chairman U Din remarked Myanmar needs to abide by the rules of the WHO and International Civil Aviation Organization and to make a balanced response in consideration of bilateral relations and preventing Myanmar citizens from the virus infection. A delegation led by Union Minister for Social Welfare Relief and Resettlement Dr. Wimya made a field trip to Chauphu, Rakhine State, and met with local people on Monday in preparation for closing a camp of the internally displaced persons in Chauphu. The Union Minister urged the IDPs to cooperate with his ministry through coordination in implementing the tasks of the National Strategy on closing IDP camps and resettlement of IDPs to close the IDP camp. He also said the committee has been cooperating with INGOs, partner countries and entrepreneurs in implementing the tasks for socio-economic development of the local people, but the conflict happened in August 2017 delayed the tasks. The process for the closing the Chautalon IDP camp and resettlement of IDPs would be continued in accordance with the national strategy. That's all with the local news, and here's the first report on Myanmar Today. Regarding the question raised on the third day of Hluttaw 15, the regular session, Deputy Minister for Education U Win Morton presented the current situation of digitalization for teaching aid in basic schools. At the moment, as pilot projects, DBE boxes, which can be used in any smartphone without internet data, are provided to the teachers of basic schools from Naypyidaw, Yangon and Mandalay. Thodas Zin reports.
Among the changes the government is making, the changes in education sector are also significant. In the age of Education 4.0, the education sector of Myanmar is expected to approach it as fast as possible by overcoming the challenges. On the third day of second Hluttaw 15 regular session, the Hluttaw representative raised the question about the national plan for changing the curriculum into digital tests instead of distributing the textbooks. And Deputy Minister for Education explained about the current situation of digitalization in teaching.
I have got some reasons to raise this question. To accelerate the education development, the government has increased the budget for education year by year. At the moment, we have over 10 million basic school students. The government is serving free education system, so the textbooks are distributed with free of charge, which costs billions of kyats. But it is only for a year use, and every year new textbooks are distributed again, with a cost of billions of kyats. Moreover, there is a complicated system for tender and sometimes distribution is late. And we can even find illegal distributions of the textbooks. In today's world, every nation focuses on educational 4.0 and ICT, so I think Myanmar should also focus on ICT in education sector. By changing the curriculum to digital text, the initiative investment will cost a little more, but later on we can save more budgets. That is why I raise a question whether there is a plan for digitizing the curriculum.
Concerning the question, Unwin Morton, Deputy Minister for Education, responded that
we are implementing the National Strategic Plan 2016 through 2021 for the development of the education sector. We are facing challenges such as the needs of enough teachers, the better learning environment, teaching aid, and to reinforce the quality of the teachers. And we are solving them out. Department of Basic Education has started the pilot project for the teachers by providing DBE boxes, including the teaching aid such as curriculum for KG, grade 1, 2, and 3, teacher guidebooks, general books, rules and regulations. They will be able to use DBE boxes without internet data.
DBE box
DBE boxes also includes the teaching aid with Creative Commons license from international universities and educational organizations.
KG Plus
In the KG Plus 12 education system, we have the curriculum changes, the soft copies of the digital format of the new curriculum and teacher guidelines for grade 1, 2, 3, and 6 are submitted to the Ministry of Information to print out. For these grades, we have the digital text in hand for the new curriculum and teacher guidelines for grade 4, 7, and 10, which will be used in 2020 and 2021 academic year. The digital format is already produced. We also have done digital format for the remaining grades, but we have not distributed them yet.
Digital format
As pilot projects, total of 60 basic schools in Naypyidaw, Yangon, and Mandalay are provided with DBE boxes. Survey for the feedback of using DBE boxes is also carried out. For the soft copies of the curriculums of grade 1, 2, 3, and 6, it can be downloaded at the official website of National Education Policy Commission. That's all for now. This is Dora Suisin from MI Radio.
That's a report on the current situation of digitalization for teaching aid in basic schools. Alright, it's time now to check on the weather forecast in Myanmar. Well, in Yangon, we're getting plenty of sun during the day, while the night will be cool with clear to partly cloudy conditions. Highest temperature for the day will be at 33 degrees Celsius and the lowest will be at 14 degrees Celsius. In Naypyidaw, there's sunshine mixing with some clouds during the day, while the night will be cool with patchy clouds. Highest temperature for the day will be at 32 degrees Celsius and the lowest will be at 11 degrees Celsius. Beautiful weather with partly sunny conditions in Mandalay during the day, but the night sky will be clear to partly cloudy. Highest temperature for the day will be at 30 degrees Celsius and the lowest will be at 13 degrees Celsius. We're back to our reports now, and we'll check on the stocks and currency exchange rates after this report. Hluttaw on Sunday called for discussion of Hluttaw representatives on the National Library Bill. A member of Hluttaw Bill Committee presented the correction and omission on the bill, which was approved by the Hluttaw in late 2019. For more on the correction and omission on the bill and the National Library in Yangon, Agacho will tell us more.
Hluttaw on Sunday called for discussion of the Hluttaw representatives on the National Library Bill approved with remarks by the Hluttaw. The National Library of Myanmar is a governmental organization established under the Ministry of Religious Affairs and Culture. The National Library law is under process that is now drafting and revising with the cooperation of the Ministry of Religious Affairs and Culture Attorney General Office, and Special Group of Legislation from Hluttaw. The bill includes terms and references TOR of the National Library of Myanmar, Legal Deposit, and National Bibliographic Agency. It also includes TOR of National Library Administrative Board for overall supervision of the National Library. Don Nanini A., Hluttaw representative of Kayin State Constituency 6, discussed the corrections and omissions on the bill.
Hluttaw approved the National Library Bill with remarks and corrections on 6 December 2019 and sent it over to the Hluttaw to entail further discussion. Concerning the bill, the Hluttaw Bill Committee discussed with Ministry of Religious Affairs and Culture, the Ministry of Information, the Attorney General Office, Myanmar Publishers and Booksellers Association on 17 December 2019.
Afterwards, she read out the corrections made to the wordings and the omission of the certain articles in the bill. The National Library has a relationship with other governmental institutions and private organizations for collection development and library services. Resource sharing programs and preservation activities are conducted between the National Library and university libraries, as well as with some special libraries to assist users. The National Library Yangon was intended for citizens from all social strata, and that it was relocated to the hub of Yangon City to promote the general knowledge and intellectual capacity of the people, and that it would be beneficial for the country. After reading out the correction and omissions, Don Nanini A. then asked for Hluttaw's approval and remarks on the bill.
The Hluttaw Bill Committee has discussed responsible persons from the concerned ministries, Attorney General, Myanmar Publishers and Booksellers Association. Therefore, I would like to ask the Hluttaw's approval and comments on the bill.
The former National Library of Myanmar, located in Yangon Township, Yangon, is the National Library of Myanmar. Established in 1952, the National Library, along with the Yangon University Library, was one of the only two research libraries in Yangon. The library houses more than 220,000 books divided into 10 sections. The library's Preservation and Conservation section, established in 1993, regularly maintains rare Myanmar manuscripts. The library plans to offer an online catalog. The National Library is a member of the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions and National Libraries Group, Southeast Asia. Its collection used to be about 618,000 books and periodicals, as well as 15,800 rare and valuable manuscripts. However, in 2006, the military government announced a plan to move a large part of its collection to a new national library in Naypyidaw and to auction off its 8-story building and 10-acre lot in Tamui Township. In October 2008, the National Library was moved to Yangon Township. Again, the National Library of Yangon has been moved to downtown and scheduled to be launched in April. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
That's a report on the Hluttaw's discussion on National Library law, correction and omission. And now we have information on currency rates from Myanmar's central bank. $1 is at 1,457 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 207 kyats. €1 is at 1,612 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,910 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,065 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 354 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 46 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 20 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,577. Silver is at $17. And Brent crude oil is at $50. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI remains at 11,500. MTSH went up 50 and it's at 4,000. MCB is at 8,200. FPB went up 500 and it's at 23,500. TMH went up 100 and it's at 2,950. You're with MI Radio's Myanmar Today. If you want to watch or listen to more programs from our station, you can just visit our website, miradio.com.mm, or tune in to 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. But of course, if you prefer to have it within your grasp, you can download our app on both iOS and Android platforms. Search by typing Myanmar INTL Radio, and you'll find the app. Download it on your devices so you can listen to our radio shows on the go. Stay with us as we bring you more reports on Myanmar Today. Myanmar Ethnics Culture Festival, where ethnics around the region cordially arranged with an aim of sharing and promoting cultural differences between the people and traditional values. It began on the 1st of February to the 7th of February. The second Myanmar Ethnic Culture Festival is organized by the Kaya government with the purpose of improving tourism to those areas and culture.
Upholding an early milestone of 2020 for the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, Myanmar held an event called Myanmar Ethnics Cultural Festival, cordially arranged by the ethnics around the country, or with the golden aim of promoting cultural share and traditional values between the people, and the lasting bond that will showcase is not only just the people of Myanmar, but also those elsewhere, that the people of many backgrounds are oneness, starting from 1st to 7th February at Jaikasan Sports Ground. The event was arranged for ethnic groups, where sub-events are also organized for the public to participate and be the part of the event. For entertainment purposes, many famous Myanmar singers also joined the event actively, and there would be a brilliant cooperative gesture where traditional dances from each ethnic group are combined and dances were performed. The great highlight of the event towards the younger audiences, apart from the entertainment attraction, is the virtual reality capabilities. With this technology, one can easily feel and explore the different lifestyles of each ethnic group without actually going there. Moreover, the traditional costumes can be seen, and the famous places of each ethnic area can also be visited within a matter of seconds. To promote regional products, many business booths were also arranged, while photo shooting booths were also present there. On top of all this, there are even restaurants of different cuisines from around the country to carefully knit the experience truly of what makes the country bonded. DJ Henry Zin, Vice President of Myanmar, said,
The very event is to ensure the differences in the country are understood and the country is well moving forward towards development and prosperity. Each ethnics may share the different cultural views towards the values, but we are all part of this country. For this country to move forward towards development and prosperity, the ethnic groups will have to trust one another and be united while also be peaceful in the region. This way, the country's federal democracy will be achieved. For the sake of the ethnic business basics development, the President of the Republic of the Union of Myanmar himself is taking helm to make sure the people can perform business activities. Myanmar's economic development will not be at full capabilities if the private investment is not active. I hereby encourage the business investors to invest in the regional productive products, as there is a very big opportunity for beneficial purposes. Since Myanmar is already a country with a vast cultural and tradition, the foreign people are easily attracted to the country's unique identity. As in all, I encourage the people to hold the values of this country and the ethnic values of the region, and together we should process towards a stable and a well-developing nation.
This event was held with main organizer of Kaya Ethnic Entrepreneurs Association. The event of last year was also held by Myanmar Ethnic Entrepreneurs Association. Myanmar is facing lots of challenges to make sure the country develops well and have a significant stance towards the international platform. State Councillor Daw Aung San Suu Kyi also attended the ceremony and delivered a speech. Kaya State Chief Minister U L Pangsho also said.
Myanmar Ethnic Cultural Festival brings forward the very aroma of what unity between each region and each ethnic really mean. It has been very difficult to organize this big event. The Kachin state took charge last year and Kachin will do the next. All of our main goals are to ensure our values are synced with nations' values and together we build towards a federal democracy platform.
The event shall really ignite what is yet to come, and there are already enough interest from the public, despite being only the second time to have organized such event. It really could be what everyone has been waiting for in the next few years.
That's a report on Myanmar Ethnic Culture Festival 2020. And here's the last report on Yangon ICT Fair 2020. With a motive to promote and provide awareness for why and how ICT has been playing a big role in our daily lives and how we should be getting used to it. The Yangon ICT Fair 2020 was held from January 31st to February 2nd at Damodar Hall with a wide variety of ICT-related gadgets and software. David Henry has more.
Information and Communications Technology (ICT) is an extension term for Information Technology (IT) that stresses the role of unified communications and the integration of telecommunications and computers as well as necessary enterprise software, middleware, storage, and audiovisual systems that enable users to access, store, transmit, and manipulate information. With that said, I've interviewed U Myo Min U, the chairman of Yangon Region Commuter Industry Association, for the detail for what ICT Fair is.
ICT Fair is a 3-day event which will be held until February 2nd. As the name states, as an ICT Fair, there will be products and special sales regarding ICT. Products such as hardware, softwares, communication aids, laptops, computers, phones, and other networking hardwares will be on sale with special discounts. ICT Fair is not a typical product selling exhibition with special discounts. The fair is also to promote how much ICT has been playing a big part in our life, and that is why there will be some sort of training, seminars, and help notices regarding the coronavirus and related stuff of media. We will also be helping the consumers and explaining them the consumer laws. There will also be skills competition regarding ICT and the showcases of robots from students who were the winners of the World Robot Games, and it will be such a very versatile exhibition that everyone might have a little something to experience.
What and how does ICT plays a role in our life will also be explained.
So a world without ICT means you do not have information and you don't know about the events that are occurring. Random experiments show that people are now engaging in ICT like it's a part of life. So users of ICT are increasing day by day. We can't even think of a day without ICT. People are using ICT for various purposes, as you know. From the newspaper to the business call, it's saving our valuable time. From higher educational books to online courses, all are beneficial and very much needed source.
I have also interviewed U Aung Somo, chairman of Yangon Region Commuter Professional Association, for what kind of difficulties They have phases and the processes of making ICT happen.
We have been preparing for the ICT fairs since last year's August. We have to invite the ICT companies to participate in the fair. We also have to make according stops and managing certain parts of the programs to actually be authentic. But this ICT fair is special. As there has been a coronavirus breakout, we have been hesitating to even hold the fair. Turns out we can still make the fair happen in the current scenario for our country. But we have contacted the healthcare professions to give the visitors of the fair information they need to know regarding the virus and how we can protect ourselves from it.
Omission Somo also told MI Radio for the importance of ICT in the business sector.
Basically, there are more importance of communication that's very important for us in business. Now I will describe the importance of ICT in business. Think about a world without ICT. Simply, business will have no information that customers want and what is trending right now. You can't know what your competitor products or services. Ultimately, you will lose a valuable time. It's very important to apply technology to grow up your business strategy. For example, demands of products can be statistically measured through ICT. You can as well keep knowledge about your competitor products and services. The more you can use it, and the more you will benefit.
Reporter David Tanner reporting from Myanmar International Radio.
And that's all the reports on Myanmar Today. Now, as we all know, the world is being struck with a health crisis. Viruses spreading, animals dying at an alarming rate, and things are escalating so quickly that I believe we should keep up with the news from around the globe. So let's take a turn to some international news and find out what's happening around the world. The current system of declaring a global public health emergency is too blunt and a new one is needed, according to the World Health Organization. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus made the comments while discussing the coronavirus outbreak at the annual Executive Committee meeting on Monday. The gathering's purpose is to discuss the most pressing issues regarding public health, including WHO's response to severe, large-scale emergencies.
There is no reason for measures that unnecessarily interfere with international travel and trade. We call on all countries to implement decisions that are evidence-based and consistent. WHO stands ready to provide advice to any country that's considering which measures to take. Combat the spread of rumors and misinformation. To that end, we have worked with Google to make sure people searching for information about coronavirus see WHO information at the top of their search results. Don't worry, it's not corona. Social media platforms including Twitter, Facebook, Tencent and TikTok have also taken steps to limit the spread of misinformation.
The novel coronavirus that's sickening thousands globally and at least 6 people in the US is inspiring countries to close their borders and Americans to buy up surgical masks quicker than major retailers can restock them. There's another virus that has infected 19 million Americans across the country and killed at least 10,000 people this season alone. It's not a pandemic, it's influenza. The 2019-2020 flu season is projected to be one of the worst in a decade, according to the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. At least 180,000 people have been hospitalized with complications from the flu, and that number is predicted to climb as flu activity swells. As of Monday, 80% of the Lesenshan Hospital construction project in Wuhan City has been finished. The quarantine ward area has been 75% completed and 90% of the living area for the medical staff has been finished. The hospital is due to open Wednesday. Take a look at the video. 2 robots have been deployed to deliver medicine at Guangdong Provincial People's Hospital in South China's Guangzhou City, which will reduce the pressure on doctors and the possibility of infection. The robots will also be used by hospitals in coronavirus-hit Wuhan.
在前方有那么多白衣天使当作逆行者，如果说白衣天使在保护着我们，那我希望我们的产品能够保护着他们。
将来接着是主要以武汉为主，然后其他全国各个地方根据疫情的一个需要，我们去配送我们的机器人。
Well, that's a wrap, and thanks for joining me on Myanmar Today. I'm Henry Zin. Have a good day, everyone, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye now.